Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's kind of a gloomy Monday, but that's okay. I mean, it could have been yesterday or Saturday when it was yucky and gloomy, and instead we had a beautiful weekend. I hope you guys all had the chance to enjoy your weekends and get outside a little bit. We did a lot of yard picking up and all of that fun jazz, which I actually kind of enjoy, just tooting around the yard and picking up and getting ready to, plant all the flowers and stuff, which I've decided I'm not doing too early this year because last year I had to cover them up like little babies because it got cold again. So I'm being smart. I'm trying to be really patient, but I'm glad you're all joining us this morning. We are going to talk with Megan today about the Alzheimer's Association locally and talk about some facts and things like that I think are important for you all to know when getting involved in some of these really important events that are local here in Muscatine. But to start, of course, I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors here. Our list is just growing so much, and it makes me so happy to hear how businesses just want to be a part of the show and want to give a platform to people like the Alzheimer's Association to get out their message and reach all of you so that we can make sure that Muscatine just stays just great and supportive. And so thank you so much to all of our sponsors, including R7, which have a big event coming up that we're going to talk about tomorrow on the show. They're going to come visit and chat all about that. Lutheran Living, CBI, Toyota of Muscatine, of course, Impact Athletic Performance. They're probably going to kill me when I go there tonight, and I didn't work out all weekend or Friday, and I'm probably going to it's going to be bad, but that's okay. Suntan City, Muscatine, love the crew over there, so go visit them. They're always bright and shiny and amazing. Unity Point Health, Trinity, Muscatine, and of course Hy-Vee for the Market Grill Express Studios that we just come and take over every morning and bring you this show. So we are going to start off by showing you some videos to kind of lead into the interview and give you some facts and some information about the event really quick, just a broad overview, and then we'll get into some more of the local stuff. So we'll show you those videos now, and then we'll be right back.
My mother passed away from Alzheimer's a couple of years ago, and my father is in the moderate stages of the disease. And I got involved with the Alzheimer's Association to support and honor my parents.
It's important to fundraise for the Walk to End Alzheimer's. There are so many people who are willing to support this really challenging cause, and all they need is an invitation.
It's a common ground for a lot of people.
People that I never thought would donate all of a sudden started donating some money, and I was like, wow, this is really great and easy.
There's a great Alzheimer's Association tool. It catalogs your team from the previous year, and they have email templates that you can send out to the team and tracking tools and ways to embed in Facebook and Twitter.
I think social media is so awesome because people that you probably couldn't regularly contact through traditional means during the year, they're instantly open to you on Facebook and Snapchat and social media.
I definitely use the social media, and then also sending out cards to people I found was very helpful as well, especially to grandparents and aunts and uncles and things like that to get that, you know, family personal connection.
I've been successful in fundraising for the walk with social activities like a dine to donate and having people come out and eat dinner together, enjoy each other's company, but have a percentage of proceeds go to the Alzheimer's Association.
I feel very excited because I get the email notice whenever anybody donates, and so when I open my email in the morning and I see this, congratulations, a donation's been made on your behalf, I'm like, yes.
I like to raise funds really for the research aspect. Also for the education and the support for caregivers right now. There are so many millions of people that are caregiving and just need the local support, need support groups, and need education.
Being a part of the walk and honoring my father's memory, it makes me still attached to my dad, and it makes me still feel that he's with me. And I'm trying to make him proud, because if he was still here, he would definitely do everything he could do to fight this dread disease.
Fundraising is much easier than you think because most everyone has been touched by this disease, and they are more than happy to help with your cause and to get involved.
So it's crazy to watch some of those videos and see just all of the faces of people who are affected by Alzheimer's, and whether it be that they're dealing with it themselves or whether they're a family member, caregiver, all of those roles that are kind of swooped up into the whole family of the Alzheimer's Association. It reminds us why we do what we do, and why you do what you do, and the whole committee, and just the whole town, and why this event is so important locally. So let's talk a little bit about that, the local aspect. We saw kind of, those are a little bit broader overview of why we're doing what we're doing, but let's talk a little bit locally about why we brought it to Muscatine and why it's important for our local folks.
Yeah, you know, especially this last year, people have been so isolated, and this can be a very isolating disease. There are so many family caregivers trying to navigate and figure out how best to deal with a family member and make them thrive still, and still live a wonderful life, even though, you know, they're dealing with this disease. So it can just feel very isolating. It's kind of a silent disease, so you don't necessarily know. You don't just see someone and you're like, oh, yep, they have Alzheimer's, I can see it. So it's hard to figure out, it's hard to navigate. So for research is always an important aspect, but also for that local support and education. So the Alzheimer's Association has moved a lot of their stuff virtually through this last year. This is a population that is highly susceptible to the pandemic we're in. So classes and support groups have been held virtually, but they've also reached a lot of people that way. That's one of the wonderful things that we've kind of learned is, even if you can't leave that person you're caring for alone, you can hop on and get some support and talk to people. So I think a lot of that will continue even as we get back together, and are able to give some of those supports in person again. But you know, the warning sign sort of for Alzheimer's is really when it starts to memory that starts to disrupt your daily life. So a lot of times family will see it, they'll just be like, something's just a little bit off, or you just told me that story a couple times in the same conversation we're in. And you don't necessarily know what it is, but you just kind of have this feeling of like, mom or dad is not like they used to be, or have you noticed? And that's when you can give the call or go online to the alzheimers.org and start to find out, how do I support this? How do we exercise, getting outside, making a routine, helping to differentiate day from night is one of the things that gets lost first. And so how can I help be really active during the day so that someone sleeps a lot more at night? Just those little tidbits that as soon as you learn them, some relief. So, you know, you can kind of go back to, oh, now we're thriving again, instead of that scared moment. So that's really what we're raising money for and funding, is to have those continual supports available.
Yep. Yeah, I love that. If the pandemic's brought us one thing, it's made us get outside of that box and start realizing, like, we can do things a little bit differently. And like you said, even when we start going back more in person, we know that we are capable of doing all these things and being more inclusive of people who aren't able to leave, you know, who, like you said, are maybe caring for someone and they're not able to leave their house, but they're still able to get those supports. You know, when you're going through something like Alzheimer's, and whether you're going through it yourself or whether, you know, you're part of that support team, a family member or something, it's so important to have people who understand, you know, what you're going through, and you can ask questions. And so even the funding just for that purpose, I'm just like, yes, like absolutely. Like, even if it weren't for the research and anything else, I'd be like, yes, I want to help, because that is so important for people to have that support through anything like this, just to have people who understand, who get it, you know, who can help you through the journey. So locally, I know last time when the girls joined, and we just figured out that you were changing the date, pushing it back so that you could have that in-person aspect of the event, even though you can still do it virtually if you want as well. But so let's remind people of, like, the date and stuff like that of the event, and some of the things that will be happening that day and leading up to the event too.
It'll be Friday evening, September 24th. So previously we've always done a Saturday morning walk. We're moving to the evening in September.
I love it.
Really hoping it's just a nice night to be out. We have not decided yet if we're going to do any staggering of times, just to kind of break up the group a little bit. We'll have to see where things are at that time. But there are so many safety protocols, masks that you can put in, that we can allow us to be a little bit more, I was going to say closer, but that's weird. Just that we can group a little bit better and still show that support. But every walker there's no cost to register, but we encourage everybody to raise at least $100, which then get you your Alzheimer's shirt.
Awesome.
So, you know, the best shirt that you've ever earned here. And then our goal really is to get that riverfront. It'll be right out at Pearl City Station on the riverfront, just flooded with purple and with our Alzheimer's flowers, just to show those who need that bit of support that we're here to give that to them. So.
Just the support of the event and people feeling that, I think, is just so worth it. The community aspect of it. So super cool. I love that it's the evening. I think that's a cool change that you've decided to make. So it's going to be a beautiful evening. I can already tell.
We do have Tiny Toons coming out to do some music.
Fun.
So Hy-Vee is doing our food, so we'll have some treats there after you do a little bit of a walk, or maybe to give you a little energy to do your walk.
Whichever.
Either way, you need to play that one. And then it should be a nice night to then, you know, head into downtown and get some dinner. So we're hoping to partner with a couple of the organizations down there too. I think that's really been a big goal coming out of this pandemic, is just, you know, how can we support the community? And with an event of support like this, you know, how can we also support our community? So
absolutely. I really think this is going to be cool. It's going to be a cool way to see if that Friday night aspect works and people like it. So not everyone's a morning person. And so it'll be cool to have a Friday night walk, take an evening stroll with the family. And so, like Megan said, you don't have to pay to register. So you could get on and you can register today and either create a team or sign up with a team or as an individual, and just get started and know that you're signed up for the event. Sign up your family, kiddos, whoever you want to sign up. And then you can create your own goal, whether it's that $100 to earn the t-shirt, or whether you want to go above and beyond that, or whatever your goal might be. And so it's pretty cool. It's very easy to do that. And we actually have a video to show you here in a minute, but it is very easy to get signed up and get registered and get started with that. I do love that about this walk, is that you don't have to pay up front.
Right.
You can earn this and work and try to, you know, and by all means, you know, if you don't want to go out and fundraise and you want to still get the shirt,
donate the $100.
You can donate it yourself. Absolutely. I get that. Some people are not all about that, and that's totally fine. It's easier than you'd think. There's a lot of ways that you can do it. But we'll talk more about that in the video, right?
Yeah, well, and the tools are wonderful. So it is very easy just to donate the first if you want to, or if down the line you decide that you want to do that. But it's also very easy to send out emails or text to your friend.
Right from your dashboard.
To link to your social media, those types of things. So even if you're not, you know, we've seen a lot of the really big fundraisers and stuff that go on around town, which are fun. And there also are a lot of creative ideas for trivia nights or bake sales or those types of things. If you do want to do something a little bit more creative, some ideas on there, both virtual and in person. Or you can really kind of do that social media and ask out, which also is just as effective. So
unless you want to be like Jordan and just put things in people's yards.
There you go.
Like, this is getting creepy, Jordan. You're just always putting stuff in people's yards. Like, I feel like there's something going on. But she raises a lot of money. That girl's creative. But you can get as creative as you want, or you can make it as easy as you want, and so it makes it really fun. But you won't believe the first time that I was involved with this walk, and I think it was like probably the very first post that I ever made, you know, after I sat at my dashboard and my why and all of that stuff, and I posted that first time about being involved, just the messages I got, like, you know, my grandma has this, or my grandpa has this, I didn't know that it was important to you, and the people that started reaching out, I had no idea how many people I knew, because I really had thought, like, I don't really know anyone that I didn't have like a direct connection to it. I've you know, just I've seen it, you know, a friend of a friend of a friend's mom, or, you know, but never had that direct connection. But then after that first post I ever made, it was amazing, the people that I found out that I knew that actually were like caregivers, or, you know, had those connections. So it is very, it's kind of cool to start seeing that it's in Muscatine, and these are people we love and care about, and our neighbors, and this is a great way that we can support them and continue to just have that first person that we can say we made a, well, we are making a difference through the support groups, but maybe have that first person that we can say
survivor.
We have a survivor. Like, that'll be cool. So we have a video to show you about the fundraising, and just to give you kind of some ideas of how that all works, and then we'll be right back to just kind of wrap things up. But very cool event, and it's surprising to say this, but it's not that far away.
I know. I know.
It's already like almost summer, and then before we know it, the walk will be here. So we have a video to show you about the fundraising, and then we'll be right back.
I think that in order to beat Alzheimer's, we need more team captains to rally to the cause, to reach out to their communities, and to get more people involved so that we can raise the funds to stop this disease.
It's something that I care about, that affects me on a daily basis with my mom and dad. When I decided to do it, it was all in, and every person that responded, every email that I got, every note was just better and better and better. It makes you feel really special to have that kind of reaction, and it's not that hard to do.
As the team captain, it was really easy to recruit team members. Once I started talking about the disease, it was crazy how many friends and family have been affected by it also. It wasn't difficult. I started with emails, and then I went to social media, and then word spread, and now everybody who did it the first year's family and friends also are on the team.
The rewards of being a team captain are growing your team and seeing all of the funds that you raise and all of the progress that you've made come walk day, and to just be able to celebrate those victories and celebrate the day with your family, teammates, as you're recognizing and honoring those who have suffered from Alzheimer's.
We have to find a cure, and having a team and raising funds helps support families, caregivers, helps fund research to find a cure.
There's a certain amount of catharsis, there's a certain amount of therapy for yourself when you know that you're giving back to something and doing whatever you can to, eradicate this disease.
So they've made it pretty easy for us. So I encourage you all, get out, sign up. That's the first step.
Yep.
Just go to the website, sign up for the local event, and then it's easy to get started fundraising for that $100 and beyond. It's easier than you think.
Yeah, and team may sound intimidating.
Yep.
You can be a one-person team.
Yep.
Or once you put that out there, you may hear of someone else who needed that support and they want to join your team.
Yep.
So just getting signed up and getting that message out there is definitely step one. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I encourage you guys all to get started doing that today, because the sooner you start, the easier it is to raise money and get your shirt before the event and all of that fun stuff, so that you can help just make the entire riverfront purple that night. It's going to be very cool.
Yep.
So I am excited for the event. I hope you guys will all get signed up today.
Yep.
And it's easy peasy. Did you know that it's National Pet Week?
I did not.
It is. So I have this also in the post for you guys, but I am encouraging everyone to send me pictures of their pets so that we can highlight your pets on Friday for National Pet Week. So I hope that everybody watching will send in a little picture of their pet, whatever your pet might be. It is National Pet Week, so send in their name and a little photo, and we will spotlight them on Friday for National Pet Week. It's also Teacher Appreciation Week. For PTO, we took a crap load of donuts to L&M teachers this morning. I bought out all the donuts at Hy-Vee yesterday and all the donut holes, so I'm sorry if you came and there were none left, but blame the L&M teachers. It's Teacher Appreciation. They deserve them. But so don't forget to thank your teachers and all the teachers in the community as well. You get to play Plinko today.
Yay!
So CBI, one of our great sponsors, they're super cool. They sponsor games on the show, and we started playing Plinko. You haven't got to play Plinko yet.
I have
so
not.
we thought, we're going to let Megan play Plinko,
Awesome.
and maybe she'll win a Starbucks. Maybe she'll win a breakfast.
Oh.
Who knows what's going to happen.
Nice.
So here's the magical...
This is like a childhood dream.
Yeah. Well, let's see if you can get. Don't forget. You're gonna pull Lindsay here. All right.
All right.
Here she goes. Let's see.
Goodness.
Oh my God. Oh, so close to the breakfast.
I needed the Starbucks.
You needed. She said that she likes. We asked her if she liked coffee, and she's like, well, I mean, like a version of coffee.
Right.
A fluffed up Starbucks version of coffee, right? So she gets some Starbucks. It's Monday. You definitely need it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So thanks to CBI for sponsoring that game. Super fun. Thanks so much to all the other sponsors. Thank you so much for coming on and reminding us why we should sign up for the event and be involved. And I know at Impact they're doing some stuff and are involved this year too. So they talk a lot about it at class and are excited about the event as well. And they have that personal connection that really drives them to be involved, and so many people in our community do. So I appreciate all of your efforts and the whole committee. It takes a lot to put on events like this, but it's so worth it when you can make a difference for those folks that have those personal connections. So we're excited to be media sponsors and be able to kind of help get the information out to everyone, and we'll continue to do that throughout the summer and remind you and give you ideas on how to be involved and do that fundraising. And hey, maybe we'll even throw you some ideas on some fundraisers so throughout the summer. So thank you so much for joining today. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We're gonna end the show now, but tomorrow join us. And like I said, our 7 is going to be on and talk about some special stuff that they have going on. Mother's Day is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Go Mothers.
It is.
Team Mom here on the show. So we will see you again tomorrow, and enjoy your day, whether it's dreary out there or not. Put a smile on your face, and don't forget that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
TJ Deere here at Toyota Muscatine, and this is what it feels like to have a brand new Toyota.
It's the new car smell.
It's the new stories. It's the new adventure.
It's the memories.
Come and see us for your 2020 Toyota.